And we're back with fantastic weekend weather in place this Saturday morning. I mean, here's a live look outside in our Sky 9 camera. We have bright sun, blue skies, and it feels really good if you step out this morning. Temperatures mid to upper 60s, 67 here in Baton Rouge, we're 68 in Gonzales, 65 in Hammond, and we have that northerly wind flow that's behind that front that moved through last week that's now well offshore. High pressure in place that's helping to usher in that slightly cooler and less humid conditions. So our dew points are in the low 60s up in Macomb as well as here in Baton Rouge, mid 60s closer to the interstate corridors and a little bit higher closer to the coast. But regardless, it feels really good if you step out the door and slightly cooler. Speaking of cool, on our First Alert radar network, this is not rain. These are actually birds that are migrating across the U.S. and we can verify that by looking at our debris detector, which detects non-meteorological targets. And all of this blue, these lower values are signaling that these are not coming from the clouds. It's not rain, it's not hail or anything like that. It is actually birdies that are flying across the U.S. All right, today, gorgeous weather in place. It'll climb into the low to mid 80s by the lunchtime hour and then into the upper 80s through the afternoon, but nothing but sunshine and dry conditions throughout the day today. That makes it perfect if you're going out to cheer on the Jags. That kickoff is set for 6 p.m. this evening. Low 80s by kickoff. Nice, comfortable, and clear. Temperatures will continue to cool, though, into the low 70s by the end of the game, so really nice conditions. Our LSU Tigers, though, are in North Mississippi to take on Ole Miss. Very similar to our evening forecast, except that game is set to kick off at 2:30. Lots of sunshine up there as well. They'll start into the low 80s and then continue to cool into the upper 70s by the end of the game. So enjoy the low humidity that's in place through the weekend today and tomorrow. It does start to rebound slightly by the beginning of next week and into the later part of next week. But in terms of rain chances, non-existent for the first half of the work week. We start to see just a 10% return Thursday and Friday. We see that humidity starting to come back into play. All right, over in the tropics, there's two features that we're keeping an eye on. One, Hurricane Umberto, that's a major hurricane. We also have potential tropical cyclone 9, and that's a lot of words, but this is likely to become Imelda by the weekend into early next week. Let's talk about Umberto first. Major hurricane, category 4, sustained winds at 145 miles an hour. It is expected to strengthen over the weekend. National Hurricane Center has it becoming a category 5 by Saturday into Sunday. Then it should encounter some less conducive environmental conditions as it takes that right turn around Bermuda and then back out into the Atlantic. It will continue to weaken. This is not expected to impact the U.S., but potential tropical cyclone is something we're going to have to watch, as it does have tropical storm warnings in effect for the Bahamas. It is expected to become a tropical depression sometime later today and eventually a tropical storm. By Tuesday, a category 1 hurricane. Here's where the forecast gets tricky. It may interact with Umberto. That's why the National Hurricane Center has it taking a sharp right turn back over towards the east, as it could interact with Umberto. But there's still a lot of uncertainty here. But what we do know is that it is going to bring impacts to the East Coast. One of that is concerning heavy rainfall stretching all the way from Florida up into the Carolinas, which is not what we want to see for our friends over in North and South Carolina, since they did have those impacts that just occurred from Helene. For us, though, back here at home, we're dry except for less than 1/4 of an inch for our friends closer to the southeast coast. We've got warm afternoons ahead for the weekend, but really nice mornings in those mid to upper 60s. We'll continue that warming trend into next week, but a mainly dry week ahead. Gabby?
All right, Sydney, thank you.